Hello, this is Mark from SineWave, and today we're going to go over modems as our topic. And if you look back in our YouTube channel, you'll notice that there is a video called Cradlepoint NCOS plus modem updates. So again, this is going to go over Cradlepoint devices specifically, but the modem. And again, that video goes over this process, but it doesn't go into depth of what happens when things go wrong. What do you do? What is your list of things you can do to update your modem even when things go wrong? So that's what we're going to cover here. It's going to be probably a 3-part series because I need to go over every possible way you can do it. And there's about 4 ways to do it. So we'll show you those today. To recap from the last video that we did, the earlier video that has modem updates in it as well, that is the best practice. So that's where we go to groups, we click on the name, click on modems, and we would update the modem that the firmware that we're using. So if I'm using Verizon, we're going to update Verizon, T-Mobile, AT&T, so forth. If you have a group that has dual modems, so you're running 2 modems, maybe one has T-Mobile, maybe one has, and the other modem has Verizon. Same router, 2 modems. You'd want to do both of those, obviously, right? But what happens when things go wrong? So if I update this modem here, say it's generic modem, I already updated it, so it's grayed out. But if I updated it, it's going to go to this page here as it's updating. It'll show, again, this is over the group, not a specific router, the whole group. You'll notice I have one just because I have one router on in that group. But it'll show the status of the firmware upgrade for that group. And it'll say either updating or finished. There's no in between. There's no way to know the status of the updates that are happening. The status simply is finished and it shows you success or failed. If you have any routers that come in a failed state, and you have, let's say, for example, 10 routers in this group, and you have 9 of them that succeeded, 1 that failed, how do you know which router failed? To do that, we'll click on these 3 dots here, export this file. What you'll get is an Excel document like this. And it'll have all your routers listed here, just like this line. And then you'll see success, 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 and then maybe one that has failed. The one that has failed, we want to capture or copy this serial number. Then we're going to go back to devices. Then we're going to filter in devices. We're going to filter advanced. We'll go down to serial number. And then we'll type in that serial number. Easy to find it here because I have 3 devices, but in a lot of people's cases, that is not going to work very easy. So we'll use the filter option. And what we're trying to do now is we're trying to figure out what that router is, because what we need off of that router is the IMEI. So we'll click on the name, this connection status block, we can click on that. Now, we have 1 modem that's up, one SIM card, the other one's not running. And we'll scroll down and we'll get the IMEI. If we go down to modem identifier, here we go. We'll get the IMEI, capture that. Now we're going to go back to devices in the network interfaces. Now, I have 3 routers like I showed you, but look how many interfaces I have just from 3 routers. There's a lot. So if you have more than 3, it's very difficult to find what modem this is. So we're going to use the filter option again. We're going to click advanced, scroll down to IMEI, type in our IMEI. I don't think I copied that IMEI off. Let me go back and do that again. Modem identifier, IMEI, that's why. There we go. Then we'll go back into network interfaces, advanced, IMEI, and we'll type in our IMEI, add. Okay. There we go. So you'll see 2 of them came up because it's SIM1, SIM2, same modem. One of them's up, one of them's not. Obviously, this shows AT&T. If I click this guy, click commands, manage modem software, I can do it again. It'll take me here. Now this looks just like where we were at in groups, right? However, this is just referring to this one router. So if I clicked on here again and click update, I can restart that update. So that's how you would fix that issue. The next videos will go into more depth on other ways to do it and why you would do it that way. This is the way I'd start with. I'd do groups, and if you have one or two or multiple that fail, I would do it this way. But I'll show you in other ways to do that and make sure you get your modems updated. And we'll see you in part 2.